Well, hey, we are live here. Sorry, there was a little glitch there, but I just wanted to go live quickly here. My last live of the week. Because a lot of the people in this community, or if you're following me, are here because you want to be positioned as an expert in your space, right? You want to be that go to authority in your communities and in your industry. And you want to up level your superpower of influence. You want to be perceived as that thought leader. And of course, if you want to be a thought leader, then you might want to consider being a thought reader. There's a survey by Fast Company that indicated that so many successful CEOs and entrepreneurs are actually voracious readers. I love to read myself. And of course, if you know who I am, I'm Kim. I'm the author of Write and Grow Rich. I teach other people how to write and publish a book they can use as an expert positioning tool and as a marketing asset for their business. And I love to read. But quite frankly, in my busy business world, I've kind of been slacking off in the reading department. So I've put something together that I hope you're going to love. And I hope is going to encourage you to read more. And selfishly, it's going to force me to learn or to read more rather and learn more too, right? Because leaders are readers. And so, for instance, did you know that Bill Gates is known to read about 50 books a year, which he claims plays a really crucial role in his business. So I am committed to reading more myself this year. And so to put myself to the test and hold myself accountable, I am going to run a weekly business book club centered on continuous learning and business growth, specifically for entrepreneurs. And so what that means is for the next 52 weeks, I'm actually going to go live here every week. Starting next week, it's going to be on Tuesdays. So I'm going to turn my Talk Tuesday into the 52-week book club for entrepreneurs. And I want to share with you every week a book that has either changed my life or I'm currently reading or that I want to read that hopefully will inspire you to read more. And it'll also be a great way to foster community, right? To bring people, like-minded individuals who are passionate about personal and professional development and give everyone a space to be able to follow along, join in, share what we're learning about these books. And so I'm going to do that for the next 52 weeks. And so the book that I decided to start with, so this will also include week one's book. So here it is. And this is the book that I would like to showcase for week one. And it's actually a book that's super near and dear to my heart. Sorry, there's a bit of glare here. It's called The 177 Mental Toughness Secrets of the World Class by Steve Sielbold. And it's one of the very first. It's actually, I've got the hardcover version. I loved this content so much that I went out, and I don't purchase a lot of hardcover books, but this one was so full of juicy nuggets that I couldn't resist to go out and actually buy the hardcover book. So last week, in preparation for doing this 52-week book club, I went to my storage locker because most of you know I'm traveling, and I dug this bad boy out of my book collection in storage, and I brought it out of the archives to be able to resurrect it for book number one in the 52 week Read and Grow Rich book club. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to share with you a little bit about this book because it's freaking amazing. Just like 30 seconds here. But this book is all about the thought processes, habits, and philosophies of really great, successful entrepreneurs as collated by the author, Steve Sielbold, right? And it's, to me, it was more than just a book. It's really a comprehensive guide to exploring the mindset and the practices of highly successful people. Right? The book delves into various aspects of mental toughness, contrasting the thought processes of the habits of and the philosophies of average individuals with people who are being super successful, like world-class performers is what he calls it. And in fact, he shares that he believes that there are 5 major levels of conscious awareness. He believes that these 5 conscious levels of awareness are the poverty class, the working class, the middle class, the upper class, and the world class, and that it all boils down to success in life is all about your mental toughness. And he goes through how each of these different consciousnesses think and how you can start moving through the classes up to the world class. So I love this book. It's super amazing. And this is the one that I wanted to showcase with you first. And not only am I going to showcase this book, but I'm also going to take an additional challenge, because obviously if I'm bringing you a book a week, you're not going to read necessarily a book every single week. So for example, this one, I'm going to take 177 days to read. And over the next 177 days, I'm going to bring to you one of the 177 mental toughness secrets. And the irony is that 177 days from today, so we are right now January 12th, 2024, and in 177 days, it will be July 7th. So 7-7, kind of freaky, right? I'm a little bit about numerology these days too. So I'm going to start right now with secret number 1, and they're really quick. Like, as you can see, I've flagged this one, so it would be easy. But there's secret number 1. It literally is going to take 1 page. So from 1 page a day, you can learn these 177 mental toughness secrets. And you don't even really have to do much, because I'm going to actually read this first secret for you. So 1 page a day for the next 177 days. And if you want to grab a copy of the book, you can feel free in the description. I did link to Amazon. It's to the paperback version. Like I said, I really wanted this one in hardcover, so I did. And in fact, I have the audio version too. I remember it was one of the first personal development books I ever got. And I used to listen to it in my car. I had the CD set. There was 12 CDs. I had them tucked into one of those things that clipped to my car visor, right? All 12 of them were in there. And I would just pop them in one after the other, and just listen and fill my mind with this amazing information. So here is the secret number 1, mental toughness secret number 1, according to Steve Sielbold. The world class operates from objective reality. So in 20 years of competing, coaching, and working with performers from various fields, I've discovered most amateurs suffer from mild to severe delusion in relation to their efforts and competencies. In other words, most people delude themselves into thinking that they're working much harder than they are, and that they're more competent than they actually are. Of the 5 major levels of conscious awareness, I just described them to you, right? The poverty, the working, the middle, the upper, and the world class. My experience has been that performers at the middle class levels of consciousness suffer the grandest of delusions. The poverty level, barely surviving and living in a very harsh set of circumstances. The working class is punching a mental time clock, counting the days until retirement. They're usually not expecting much, and no one around them expects much either. They're typically not concerned about climbing any higher, but it's the middle class, right? The middle class is the most incongruent with reality. They are the ones operating at a high enough level of consciousness to understand that higher levels exist, although they don't expect to get there. And the thought crosses their minds from time to time, because their low expectations, their actions, and because of their low expectations, their actions are incongruent with their desires. In other words, they want to live the life of the world class, but are unwilling to pay the price. Since this reality is too harsh to bear, they delude themselves into thinking they are doing everything in their power to get ahead. Of course, they're not. They'll tell you they're putting in far more time than they are. They'll swear they're thinking about their vision all the time, but they're not. The world class is brutally honest with themselves. They tend to look reality in the face. They err on the side of over-practicing and over-preparing. And champions know that to ascend to the top, you must first be operating from a mindset of objective reality. Self-deception and delusions have no place in the professional performer's consciousness. So that's number 1. See how quick and easy that's going to be? We're going to do it every day for 177 days. And there's an action step. The action step for today: make a commitment to check delusion at the door. Be honest and ask this critical thinking question. Are my habits actions, and behaviors congruent with the vision that I have for my life. I love this. That, my friends, is Mental Toughness Secret #1. It's also the first book in this Book of the Week series that I'm going to do every Tuesday going forward. This is week 1. If you want to grab a copy of the book, I'd love for you to have it. And I can't wait to see you tomorrow for secret #2 and next week for #2 in the book club. Have an amazing, blessed weekend. And I can't wait to see you next time. Until then, stay safe, stay strong, stay positive. Bye for now.